hey, we really like what you do. I need to think about it and then I'll get back to you. Have you ever had the I need to think about it objection? It's so frustrating because basically there's not a lot you are able to do. Or is there? In this video, I'm going to share with you 2 ways to deal with the I need to think about it objection. Probably one of the trickiest within sales, and that stumps a lot of salespeople who just kind of give up at that point and then continue to chase and follow up on the prospects. But realistically, when a prospect says to you that they'll get back to you, how often do they really get back to you? So in order to deal with the I need to think about it objection, we need to first, like all objections, understand what the objection actually means. So in the case of I need to think about it, it could mean I don't have the money, or it could mean I don't see the value, or it could mean I don't see the urgency. It could be one of those 3 things, and it could be a lot more than that, but typically it could mean absolutely anything. So what's really important is that we find out exactly what it is that might be preventing the salesperson from going ahead. And the best way to do this is to be kind of direct with them and cut to the chase. So the first way to deal with it is quite simply you go, well, you address that it's likely that they're not going to think about it and get back to you with the prospect. So it requires a few balls to do this, but quite simply you go, you know what, Stephen, usually when someone says to me that they'll get back to me, I never hear from them again. You know, they're usually just trying to be polite because, you know, they don't want to reject me or upset me, and when in fact, you know, it'd be a lot easier to address the issue in the first place. Is that the case here? Is there something that's not sitting well with you just yet? Maybe the terms, is it the price or the money? And you can throw out a few things there. But quite simply, the concept of that is quite simply saying, you know what, a lot of people have told me that they like what we do and that they need to think about it. And I don't know what it is. I just never hear back from them again. Do you know what? I think sometimes they're embarrassed to say that it's not for them. I don't want you to feel that way. Is there an issue that we need to address? Okay, just cut to the chase. Okay, then you can say, is there an issue that we need to address here? Is it the terms, or is it finance potentially? And you just get the prospect to go, yeah, you know, it's the finance, we can't afford it, or we can't afford it right now. And then you can deal with that objection. See how that works? Here's the second way that you can deal with the I need to think about it objection. Now it's similar to the first, but it's actually a process of which you kind of walk the prospect through step by step. So in a way it's less direct and might suit the softer, more relationship building salespeople that are out there. So you can start with this. You know, when somebody tells me that they need to think about it, it usually means one of 2 things. One, it means they're not interested and they just don't want to tell me. Or 2, it means that they are interested, but they're not sure about something. Which is it for you? You see how that works? Now, this is, as you might notice if you're familiar with old school selling techniques, this is a variation on alternative closing. But you're not really looking to close the prospect, you're just looking to guide the prospect down this process so you can collaboratively come to an agreement. So let me go through that again. You know, John, when somebody tells me that they need to think about it, it usually means one of 2 things. One, it means that they're not interested, but they feel embarrassed to tell me. I just want you to know that's not the case. If you're not interested, you can tell me. But the second thing is that they are interested, but they're not sure about something. Can I ask, which is it for you? Okay. Now, if the prospect at that point says that they're not interested, then you know you can move on. But let's assume that you've done a killer presentation and you've done everything right up to this point, and they're just not sure about something. Then quite simply they'll say, well, actually, we are interested, but yeah, we do just need to be sure on a few things. You then simply repeat a similar process. Okay, that's not a problem. You know, when somebody tells me that you're interested, but they're not sure, it's usually for one of 3 reasons, and I'll share them with you. One is that they feel that the companies aren't a right fit. They just don't get that feeling of synergy. The second reason is functionality. They just don't feel that we're presenting them with the right product or the right service to solve those challenges. And of course, then there's finance as well. Sometimes people have financial barriers. So let me ask you, is it a fit? Did you feel that what we're doing here fits your needs? Or wait for the prospect to answer. They'll either say yes or no. Okay? Providing they go, yeah, it fits perfectly, then you can move on and go, well what about the features that it has and all the functions? do we have everything that you actually need to solve this challenge? And if they go, no, you don't have everything actually, then you can revisit the product that you're presenting to them. But assuming that they go, yeah, no, it does everything we need, then you can go, well, if it's not the fit and it's not the features, I have to assume it's the finance. Maybe there's something there. Can you share with me whether it's finance potentially? Okay. And the prospect might go, yeah, look, you've got everything we need. It's a good fit. It's just a financial thing. And then you can deal with the objection then. Okay. So quite simply, the takeaways from this lesson are basically, if anybody says I need to think about it, you need to drill into what exactly is it that they're thinking about, and then provide them what they're missing. So best of luck. Rewatch this video if you need to get some of the tips on how to guide that process. Comments below if you have any, and happy selling.